am Kregon, the architect of the bizarre and the shepherd of the macabre. Let us descend into the madness of my world. Kregon's malevolent symphony begins anew with the tale of Han Flanagan, a ne'er-do-well with more misfirings than a rusty revolver. The stage? Shreveport, Louisiana, circa 2016. A city with the charm of a dive bar at sunrise, the stench of regret lying thick as thieves in the Mardi Gras air. Our anti-hero, Han, skinny as a rod and just as likely to snap, planned his grandiose larceny with peg-leg Betty. She wielded her crutch like a scepter, her decrepit limb a twisted testament to her resilience. Like a soiled Cleopatra presiding over a court of corruption, she laid out blueprints that promised riches beyond their dirt-stained dreams. Then there was the mannequin, Tina Turner, as still as the dead and twice as silent. Yet in the grip of Kregon's monstrous narrative, life sparked behind those glassy orbs. The mannequin twitched, unnoticed by Han as he polished his pistol, casting a lurid sheen on the thick curves of his silent accomplice. Yes, this tawdry tale is steeped in the ghosts of Black Hollow, 25 cursed years later. The chemical catastrophe that once chewed through the veins of Kentucky soil now infected the heart of Shreveport, spreading its poison through the city's underbelly and into the bloodstream of one Jeremy Pike. Once a mafioso marauder, now a senatorial serpent with a grin as oily as the slicks that once tarnished Black Hollow's earth. Kregon, the unseen conductor of these morose melodies, plucked strings soaked in darkness. With the flick of a wrist and the baritone rustle of a chuckle, he spun gossamer threads of fate, weaving them tight around the players in this pitiful pantomime. At the climax of this grotesque overture, our strings draw taut. The withered lips of Kregon brushed against the ear of our would-be senator, Jeremy Pike, hissing a symphony of secrets and commands. "Do you hear it, Jeremy?" Kregon whispered, his voice like the scraping of tombstones. "The requiem of your ruination is just beginning." And with those words, we turn the page on this abominable advent, our appetites whetted for disaster, our laughter an unsettling harmony to the imminent downfall that awaits. Hen, let me just ask this one question. Have you watched the other videos yet? You should. Right now, in fact. Because this story ties with other threads of my creation. Now back to the program. Oh shit, I might have a little something out. The heist was a madcap ballet set to the cacophony of gunfire and greed. Han Flanagan, the man with a plan as tight as a noose, and Peg-Leg Betty, the sultry plotter on one leg and a prayer, were the maestros of mayhem, orchestrating the chaos. Amidst this symphony of crime, the mannequin, Tina Turner, ostensibly a decoy devoid of breath, found the spark of life coursing through her once plastic veins. While the cops and mobsters exchanged leaden love letters that spelled nothing but death, old Tina stood rigid, not with the immobility of the inanimate, but rigid with the shock of nascent vitality. It was Kregon's unseen fingers that pulled the strings, watched the unfolding disaster with a grin wide enough to make the Cheshire Cat self-conscious. Han sidled into the vault, quieter than a whisper in a graveyard, his heart thundering like a drum roll. Loot glinted like stars plucked from a pitch-black sky. And it was then, as thrilling as a lover's first touch, that the bullets started doing pirouettes around a blind old crone, wandering amidst the maelstrom. She dodged them, not with the fabled grace of Neo, but with a fortune so bizarre it could only belong in Kregon's world. A jest so rich, not even fate could claim authorship. With the vault now as empty as the hearts of the men guarding it, the echo of sirens crescendo, Kregon observed with amusement as Jeremy Pike, that deliciously corrupt would-be senator, was informed of the devastation to his riches. His face contorted like a Picasso painting in the throes of an existential crisis. And so, we slice the final scene. A beach in Tijuana where the sun caressed the sand as lovingly as a mother with a newborn. Han Flanagan and the flesh and blood Tina Turner lounged. A black cat with a red tire collar named Jinx purring at their feet. The feline architect of anarchy licked its paws, cleaning off the invisible threads of control it wielded over the world's entropy. Oh, Jinx, you reaper of chaos! Han chuckled, his voice carrying over the waves, blending with the endless laughter of Kregon, the puppeteer in the shadows. Oh, while I was distracting you with the whole watch, my other videos thing, I had Jinx leaving some breadcrumbs about Jeremy Pike and his brother Reese. Oh, those damn monkey fights those two were gabling on. Sure didn't turn out so well. Now it looks like Stanford is overrun with buff-ass gorillas. It's a hell of a dark world.